Hello everybody, I'm starting off today with a little quick video. My pal Tress was asking a question about help coloring in kind of the big open space on this heart that she had on a cute card that she had just made. And instead of typing it all out, since I had time, I thought I'd make it into a video and just kind of show her how I would approach it, and hopefully kind of help her out and maybe some others who've been struggling with the open space on a heart too. So she didn't have a color list. I kind of guessed that she was maybe working with the R80s. So that's what I grabbed. So I'm going to be using an R81, R83, R85, and the R89. And on Tress's card, she had the image kind of tilted like this, and she had the light source coming from the upper left, so that's what I'm going to follow on this one. And I'm just going to start with the R81, and I'm going to start laying in my color, just in big swatches. And on hearts, how I give them some dimension, it's not just laying shadow in opposite the light source on just this one side, because you've got this kind of, the top, the bump out part of the heart. This is going to have some shadow too, and that's really going to help create some depth and dimension on your heart. Now, the heart on Tress's card had a little ruffle going around it. I just had this cheap little WeR Memory Keepers stamp, so it doesn't have quite the ruffle hers did. But what you could also do is just lay just a smidge of color where it's kind of, because it's a heart pillow basically, so imagine it wrapping down to meet with the ruffle that's sewn along its edge, so you'll have a little bit of color along there as well. Okay, so I'm just going to start building up to the R83, and again just going right over top. I'm going to be wider up here where it's really bubbling, nice and big, and then I'm going to go here and be heavier handed where it meets at the top there. And again, just a little bit of dark color right along that ruffled edge. The R85. Just putting the color on, again, not as much, kind of halving the distance like I always do. Getting a little bit, just some key spots down there. Okay. Now, the R89 is my darkest, and this one really I'm just using very sparingly. To kind of give me the contrast that I'm going to want at the end. Okay. Now I'm going to go back down and blend my way back through the colors, so to the R85. And I'm just going to start right over the 89 and pull out. Blend those two together. Do the same there, and lighten it up along that edge where it's going to meet that ruffle. And to the R83, not starting all the way to the back, just kind of in that 85 area, and again pulling. Blending that together, doing the same here. And now using the 81 to fill in what I've left white. That'll be my lightest area, and it's just going to blend right into that 83. while that's still wet, I'm going to take the 83 and flick it into the 81 to give myself a nice smooth transition of color. Okay. And we'll let that kind of dry a bit and see where we're at. I'll probably just, for the sake of this video, hit it a little bit once it's dry, because I don't want it to blend right away, with my very darkest, the R89. And I'm just going to, one more time, in these very opposite the light source areas. I'm getting all tongue-tied. And I didn't bother with this one because this one's as dark as I want it, because it's still, you know, closest to the light source, but I did want to give the illusion that it's kind of bending down away from the light. So I'm just hitting here and here with those darkest colors. Now the 85 again, softening the 89. The 83. And finishing with the 81 one more time. There we go. So that is how I would go about giving some dimension to a wide open heart space. Hopefully it feels like we were getting to color along together, Tress, and everyone else out there. Just kind of show you how my technique for it, and I mean there's a lot of different ways and it would work, you know, different colors, different light source. You just pay attention to where you want that lightest space to be and work accordingly. So I hope that helped everybody and they had fun watching that, and I'll see you again in another video real soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.